So we're going to be making a Halloween project tonight, and I am so excited. Most of the product that I'm using will not be available until the holiday catalog goes live on September 5th, but I just have to go ahead and use it. I love this catalog so much. I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm using that's current. I'm not even sure. So let me go ahead and give you the measurements. Well, no, let me back up for just a second because every week I forget this. And I'm sorry. Again, we have less than a month left to go until Chase is married. And then after the wedding, hopefully I'll return to my normal self. Tonight's Chick Candy is going to be this little basket. And the way you enter to win is you either share my video here on Facebook, or you can leave a comment on my blog post that was posted today on my website. And that would be, let me give you the name of it, because I know sometimes it's not been real clear. So today's post was the 12 Weeks of Halloween #2. And it's kind of, you're going to be entering to win 2 different prizes because I announced a different prize on YouTube for that post. So you're entering to win 2 different things when you leave a comment on that post. So again, that's 12 Weeks of Halloween, week number 2. Here's what you're going to get. The winner will get, whoever's name I draw. 10 rectangle coasters, 10 square coasters, a pack of classic weave ribbon, which is the crumb cake. I accidentally ordered an extra, so I'm going to give that away. A chick stand, and one of my chicken scratch fans. I've already showed you guys that in other videos, so I won't go through that again. I'm going to put it all back in here. Oh, and you're going to get this cute little bag, too. Okay, so we've got 2 pieces of basic black cardstock, and this one measures 3 5/8 by 5 3/4. And the second piece measures 4 1/2 by 3 5/8. And then I've got some Whisper White scraps. I've got some Highland Heather. This piece measures 3 3/8 by 1 inch. And then a scrap. I love this stuff. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay, we're using these paper sacks. You can get them on Amazon, or you can get them at Michael's. You get 16 to a pack. They measure 3 1/2 by 2 by 6 3/4. This is what they look like. You can get them in all sorts of colors. You can even get them in different sizes. This is the size that I've used for years and years and years. So the first thing you're going to do is fold the bottom like that. And then you're going to place it on your trimmer, and you're going to cut it at 4 3/8. I use my guillotine cutter to cut that, not my paper trimmer. So I've gone ahead and done that in advance because I don't want to dull my blades on my Stampin' Trimmer. So you're just going to line this up at 4 3/8 and cut here. And let me show you the leftover piece. So this is this piece here. Now don't throw that away. There's another project I can show you how to make with the leftover piece. Okay? So what we're going to do is take this 5 3/4 by 3 5/8, and we're going to score it at 1 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to fold on the score line right there, and then what you're going to do is you're going to tape or glue your bag down to the cardstock. Okay, so I'm just going to take my tear and tape, and I'm going to add adhesive. I don't know if I can find the beginning or the end. There we go. You do want to use a stronger adhesive because if you're going to put candy inside the bag, you don't want it to fall apart, that's for sure. So I'm just going to start with one side, and I'm just going to make it flush at the bottom and equal distance on the side, okay? There's that one. This one's going to go on just like that. Same thing, I'm just going to use the tear and tape. Okay. I know adding adhesive is not the most fun to watch, but we have to have it, right? Okay. Okay. This is the hardest part of this project, and it's not hard. You just want to line it up with the bottom. Okay, the only thing is right here, you might need to trim this piece here, the front right there, just a tad, if you have any trouble bringing that over. I don't think I'm having any trouble, so it should be fine. So now we're going to take the Toil and Trouble Designer Series paper. Both sides are super cute. You saw me use this on week 1 of the 12 weeks of Halloween. So now I'm using the ghost side. And we're going to cut this. It already measures 3 3/8, right? Yeah, so it measures 3 3/8, and we want to cut it down to measure 3 3/8 by 4 1/4. And then we need another piece that measures 3 3/8 by 1 inch. So there's both of our pieces. You want to make sure that you've got your ghost going in the right direction when you cut your paper, okay? So I'm going to turn this over and place my adhesive. Let's see. This is such a fun pack of paper. And then this one's going to go here on the front. Okay, now we're going to set this aside. We're going to take this piece of the, this piece of the Highland Heather, and we're going to take the Petite, what are these called? Petite Treats Framelits. Okay, so magnetic platforming cutting pad, and then I'm going to place the Highland Heather cardstock down, and I'm going to butt these up together because I want to make, I'm going to place them side by side. Does that make sense? Finally, it's working, right? Yeah, okay, so right up against each other. So I'm going to put my adhesive here, and I'm going to use a liquid glue. And I want to use my silicone mat so that I don't get any adhesive on my desk. And I'm going to start it. I'm going to trim that in just a minute. Is that right? Did I get it straight? Yep, I think so. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and trim off the extra. Whoops. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Now I want this project to stand, so I'm going to open up the bag and I'm going to put some crinkle paper in there real quick. If I don't put this in there, it will continue to just kind of flatten out. So I want it to keep its shape. And then I'm going to take some of that really awesome black glittered organdy ribbon. Try to say that 3 times fast. Okay, so I'm just going to tie a bow. Or I'll attempt to tie a bow, I should say. Okay, where's the shiny? There it is. So I'm going to twist it. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm trying to make sure that I get the shiny side, the glitter side out. If that makes sense. I love this ribbon. And I think every project that I've shown for Halloween so far, I have used either Highland Heather or Gorgeous Grape, and I just can't help myself. Isn't that cute? We're going to stamp the ghost with black StazOn. And the reason is because, actually, I want to stamp the ghost upside down. For some reason, the ghost stamps for me better upside down. If I do it the other way, the tail end kind of gets too much ink on it. I don't know why. Okay, so let me close that up. I'm using the watercolor pencils that's only available this month. They did say that they might be available again later, but we don't know for sure. So in this pack of watercolor pencils, there is Gorgeous Grape, and that is the color I'm using. So I'm just going to take my pencil and just lightly color. And I'm going to be blending this with the blender pen in just a minute. So if you're wondering why I'm coloring so awful, it's because I'm just going to be blending it. And now I'm just going to kind of make a darker line around the outside edge of it, like we do when we use crayons. Okay, that looks pretty good, right? I'm going to take my blender pen now and blend that. You do want to make sure when you're using the watercolor pencils and the blender pens that you use black StazOn and not the Memento. Okay, now we're going to take the Gorgeous Grape marker and the basic black marker. These are the Stampin' Write markers. And we are going to color the greeting. I guess I didn't show y'all the stamp set. So Cauldron Bubble is, we're using the ghost. Yeah, we're using the ghost. And then Take Out Treats, we're using less tricks and more treats for our greeting. This is a really awesome set. You guys may not notice it in the holiday catalog, but it's got some really awesome greetings. So make sure you check that out when you get your hands on it. So I'm going to, what color am I going to do this? So I'm going to do Treats with Gorgeous Grape. And then I'm going to do the rest in basic black. I'm brushing on with the wide tip of the Stampin' Write marker. Voila! Isn't that beautiful? I'm using this awesome punch. Now, again, when you guys look at the holiday catalog, on the very front inside page, there is the Christmas Traditions punch box. And I showed that to you on my holiday catalog haul video. So it comes with some awesome stamps, but it comes with this awesome punch as well. It is the only way to get this punch. And I did try to use a couple other punches with this, But this one was the one that I just had to use today. So I'm going to cut it out. And it's not like the other ones, in case you're wondering. It is different. It looks very similar, but it is different. And then now we're going to take the ghost framelit and cut the little ghost out. And while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and cut out a spider web with the black foil. Okay? So I'm going to get the Big Shot again. Okay, magnetic platform and cutting pad. And our little ghost. No, it's actually a different one, Kathleen. The one that comes in the annual... Oh, wait, I got to cut out the spider web. The one that comes in the annual catalog is... I'll show that to you real quick. It's this one. So, if you look at them, they are different. Hold on. See? This one, well, I could show you this side. I just know that you might see my face in the open space there. This has the rounded top, which allows it to go really well with a circle punch, which you'll see that in just a minute, okay? Now we're going to cut out the web. Yeah, I'm glad you asked too, because it's not the same. They look similar, but they're not. Okay, so here's the spider web, and I'm going to add it down here at the bottom. So I'm just going to get my silicone mat thingy again and add some adhesive. Okay. You got to give that a second to dry. Okay, now we're ready to work on our images here. So this one is going to get added to, let's see, I'm going to cut out a 1.5 inch Highland Heather circle, and then I'm going to cut out a 1 3/4 black foil circle. Okay. This is going to go on top here, and then I'm going to use glue dots to attach it to the bag, because I don't want to pop it up anymore. I don't want to pop it up because I have something else I'm going to pop up. Okay, so I'm placing it kind of sort of in the center. So now you see that this is going to hold the spider web in place, so it's okay that I only had adhesive in the corner here. Now we're going to attach this one with a dimensional. And you want to make sure it's the equal distance from the side. See? We're going to take the vintage, no, not vintage, just faceted dots. I'm not sure where the word vintage came in from. I think we used to have vintage faceted dots, right? And now I'm going to take this little ghost, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I? No, everything in my box has been used. I'm going to take a mini dimensional, but guess what? The mini dimensional is not thick enough, so I'm going to take the backing off of this, and then I'm going to add another one right on top. I'm just sandwiching 2 mini dimensionals because I really want him to pop. Okay, come here. And he's going to go right about there. Isn't that cute? So it's hard for you to see standing. You can't really see anything, but that's it laying down. Yeah. Cute, right? So I'm going to give you a couple reminders. When I was talking about the product that I was using tonight, I said most everything is going to be available in September. The one exception, of course, is these watercolor pencils. They are on the Color Your Season promotion. I do have that flyer here beside me, although I got it covered up. So I got another project to share with you guys using this bundle. But here's the pencils, so don't forget. The colors in here are pretty fantastic. So Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, and Gorgeous Grape. So that's a pretty awesome lineup. Name it. Black pretty much goes with a lot of different colors. Like I could have used basic gray with it. And I almost used basic gray, but then I thought, you know what? I'm going to use black. So now I'm trying to figure out which one did I make earlier today and which one did I make just now. I can't even tell now. Oh, I know. I made this one just now because, how can I tell? Oh, the ribbon. The ribbon's a little bit different over here. Not enough to really tell, right? Oh, and I put this one more in the center. And this one's further down. Oh well, they're both cute, right?